Hey everyone, it's Ash from Invicto again. Today I'm here to talk about what it's like to be charged with murder. Now, in Queensland it's considered the most serious crime that you could ever commit. Now, when you're charged with a crime, you go through a long court process. Ridiculously long in my books. Now, because it's the most serious crime, it usually draws a lot of media attention. Now, the media, they never report the facts, they just want the story. And usually that story runs in line with the prosecution story. And that's usually the side they only report on. They give you the right to remain silent, and anything you say and do can be used against you. Now, you basically have to stay silent the whole time until your trial, because anything you say is a defence that they can now plan against in your prosecution. So the whole time you're in there, you can't talk about your charges with anyone. You can't talk about it with your family, you can't talk about it with your friends, you can't talk about it with the other inmates. You just don't talk about it at all, because anyone could become a potential witness against you, and anyone could make up bullshit with just a few facts that you might have given them and use them against you as well. Now, murder in Queensland's a minimum of 20 years with life on parole, which means you have to serve 20 years before you're even eligible for parole. So even after 20 years, you can apply for parole, you might not even get out. And then you might have to wait a couple of years before you can apply again. That's just how it is. But it is a very serious crime. So the whole time you're in there, when people find out what you're in for, everyone wants to know, everyone wants to ask you a question. Everyone wants to be part of it. You just have to tell them no, you can't. There are many in there that know how it is and they won't ask you whatsoever. They'll just look at me like, oh fuck, good luck. Because they've done enough jail and they've seen enough blokes in there convicted of murder, and they just know how it is. Because once you get life, that is life. Now, it took 3.5 years to get to trial. So for 3.5 years, you have to mentally prepare yourself that you may never see the light of day again. And that's just the circumstances you're in. Personally, I like to be prepared. And I was preparing myself mentally that if it all went south and I was found guilty of a murder I didn't commit, that I was mentally prepared to take it to the appeal stage, which could take another few years. And if you lost your appeal in the Court of Appeal, then there's a High Court appeal, if you can get in there to start with. And that could be another few years. So jail takes a lot of mental strength to get through, because it's just a very difficult situation. There's a lot of tension, and there's a lot of people under similar circumstances to you that just want to get out. And unfortunately that builds up in the tension, and you can just feel it sometimes. Like sometimes when you're in the unit, you can just feel that tension, and you just can't let it get to you. And that's basically what you're going to be looking at no matter what crime you commit. That, especially if you're charged with a very serious crime like murder, you're looking at media attention, unwanted attention from everyone. And that's just something that comes with it. It's very unfortunate, but that's just how the system is. I'm Ash from Invicto, and just remember, if you have a problem, no matter how big or small it is, it's a problem. We're going to leave some links at the end of this video, and just check them out if you need help, and get the help you need, alright? Have a good one.